Oops. So most of the time, FPS, I'm trying to react to what my opponent's doing. So when I open, like for example here, I'm gonna build a Volks, maybe a Kubel, just to get some early map control. But especially against Soviets, since they have so many options available to them. They have guards, they have anals, they have snipers, they have maxims, they have conscripts. You need to know what they're doing in order to build after that. So you can't go wrong with 2 Volks off the start, maybe even 3. The one thing, especially against Soviets, how the fuck do I play this map? Is that they can go with an early car, and then you need to make sure that you have a Raketten to deal with that, or at least a mine. Hey, Puppet. Yeah, it's just barely I've in here. You'll see that Murda here, he's built a forward HQ as quick as he could, so he could reinforce off of it.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post. Move out.
Because he went mad, I'm gonna go mech.
Secure that area.
I'm gonna reinforce off his mech base and get back into the fight.
Target secure. Incoming. Enemy infantry! Keep your heads down! Stop! Hold! Advance! Advance! Granate! Da drüben! Hold orders! Move out! Schnell! Stop! Hurry! Get to that position! Grenadiers ready. On me! Let's go! Point secure! Go! Under attack! Up to! Enemy is alerted to our presence. Go! Move out! Schnell! Taking spot! Set up. Squad back to Grenadier operational. Move out! Open! Contact! Fire! Enemy! Engage! Heavy machine gun team ready for battle. We're ready to deploy. Ready for deployment!
Since they're using a lot of conscripts, I'm grabbing an MG34 FPS. And yes, the med trucks are 100% worth upgrading too.
I will guide us. Get moving. Stop right there. Shoot! Shoot that guy! Aim fire on that infantry! Ready! Go! Drive! Drive! Stop it! In place! In place! Ready for hit that mortar crew! Move it! Move it! Hold! Hold on! Stop it! Attack the fly! Forward! Forward! Relocating. Come on. Airstrike zone! Stop it! Right! Hold on! Enemy machine gun! Ready! Stop it! Hold! Stop it! Hold! Forward! Forward! Ready! Forward! Now! Put that back! Fire! Maneuver now! Get the fuck out of here! Ready! Supply hub Ketta is ready for orders. Move it! Move it! In place! Infantry fire! Under attack! Stand fire! Now! Right! Damn it! Okay! Let's go! Ready for deployment! Those ranks! Prepare! Taking fire! Forward! Forward! Don't engage unless fire! Onwards! Let's move! Stay close when we cross the
Luftwaffe or breakthrough?
Go! Drive! Drive! Move out! Schnell! Complete that! Get the fuck out of here! Contact! Enemy infantry!
You'll notice I'm using my Puma on the flank here. You can shoot down this line of fire and you can do damage even though they're in green because it's on the flank.
Ready for battle! Forward! Forward! Shoot! Stop! My contact! Infantry assaulting! Hold! That's the horizon! Enemy flanking us! Right! Damn it! Ready for action! Reconnaissance vehicle ready! Prepare for action! Squad! Target identified. Move us over there. Schnell. Stop! Await order. I will guide
A lot of fucking conscripts.
Heavy machine gun trooper ready for action. Mission complete. Clear strike zone! Forward! Now! Drive out and bounce.
Cover is directional, yep, FPS. That's why I threw my Puma, even though it does very little damage down that line of fire, because the coaxial can shoot at those infantry and do damage to them as if they weren't in cover. That's also why keeping the green in front of me, facing the opponent.
Red, go! Move out!
My heart is ticking on the shore.
Grenadier, point out! Forward march! Stay low! Enemy infantry! Engage with grenades! Halt! Open fire! Fall back! Battle promotion! Contact! Infantry! Landing! Reconnaissance vehicle ready. Units ready. Run! Get moving! GC, let's go. Stand ready. Fire! Ready! Raising fire! Halt! Hold on! CCC, follow me. They're heading out. Drop the medical bag. Move out. Ready to move. Make good your weapons. Ready for action. Displace to that location. Assembled and fresh orders.
When you're playing against Soviets 2 FPS, make sure you have a minesweeper because there's they float munitions, the entire faction. But that's like the worst spot for it. So that meaning that there's always going to be mines or something. And here, FPS, you can see the importance of the forward retreat and also keeping your shit fixed because he's been under a lot of indirect fire. But he's able to hold the ground because of the forward retreat.
Grenadiers started engaged and that's fired upon. Target captured. No enemy contact.
Which allows me to like harass the left side and delay their tanks because they just don't have the presence. But he's also using a lot of counter indirect. He's got 2 ISGs. He's even stolen 2 mortars in order to keep them suppressed. Mine detector? Yeah, well no, it will detect mines, it won't disable them, but so long as you've detected a mine, and this is the key part, as long as you've detected a mine and can see it, it will not trigger. And with the Sturms you can like unequip them and re-equip them in case they get into a fight. Didn't need a med base, I had Murda's med base center. I could just soft retreat to it. If you saw me like always just like moving my units back and cycling them in and out with different units, using MGs to cover their retreat. Oh, so they were building an ML20. This would have been a problem. That would have made this retreat point pretty fucking awful to use. And that's the risk. But they knew how bad a forward retreat was. They built a lot of artillery, but Murda was able to steal a bunch of it. And no FPS, a mine will only be detected so long as you have a detector in range of it. So my recommendation is deal with the mine as soon as you can. You can always just like attack ground with a piece of indirect to deal with it. And you don't need to see the mine in order to know it's there. For example, if you saw some engineers plant something there, you can just shell it with your ISGs or something. And then that'll kill it. Or you can attack ground with a tank or something.